This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. NCN Sports is presented by Currency. Need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items? Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com today. Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith. And by Teammates Mentoring. Join the team, be a mentor. Visit teammates.org today.
Well, we're getting to that point in the year where every game means just a little bit more and more, and that's what we're feeling tonight in Hartington for the first ever GNAC Conference Tournament Championship, the Greater Northeast Activities Conference. And we're here, we've got the matchups for you tonight. Kaylin Devin along with Lou Siefker as a couple C2 teams are ready for a rematch from an earlier game this year. We've got the #1 overall seed in the tournament and 6th in power points, unbeaten Elkhorn Valley. They will be taking on the #2 team in the tournament, West Holt.
Well, it should be a fun one. Both these teams you talked about as we come down the stretch here toward postseason, not far away, about a week or so away. These tournaments are so important, and not only just to say you're playing well and you play good competition, but for power points. You got a team in Elkhorn Valley that's 19-0, and they're 6th in power points. They would like to improve that, and West Holt at 14-5 are 19th in power points, which they desperately need some power points. So a win here not only gives you some bragging rights in the conference, kind of gives you some confidence going into postseason, but you want to try to improve that seed. This game will be important for that.
Class C2 is about as jam-packed as it ever has been. We got Hartington packed with conference tournament championships today with the Mid-States just across the road. The GNAC's here tonight, so a couple really fun battles. We'll talk about the matchup a little bit. You mentioned the Falcons, undefeated on this season. They played before where Elkhorn Valley got a double-digit win over West Holt in their last matchup.
Yeah, it's a different team. One thing with West Holt is you've got Abby Davis back, their senior, one of their better players. That will help them, certainly. Elkhorn Valley has just so many parts and pieces. This is a well-oiled machine. They're playing great basketball right now. They're going to be tough to beat, but it's tough to beat a good team twice. We'll see if Elkhorn Valley can do that.
We mentioned a senior leader like Abby Davis for West Holt, one of the players to watch tonight for the Huskies. On the other end for things for the Falcons, look at a player like J.J. Black, how good that she's been this year.
Well, she's really good on both ends of the floor. She can impact the game without scoring a lot of points. She does average almost 13 a game, but averages 9 rebounds a game, about 3.5 steals, about 3.5 blocks. The blocks are big because it allows Elkhorn Valley to really spread their defense out and have that eraser in the middle. So if you get past somebody, you get the ball in the paint, it's tough to score with J.J. Black's shot blocking ability.
They've also got Carly Broberg, who is a great player for that team to help make things work. Now back to West Holt. We talked a little bit about Abby Davis. You got the Conrad sisters, but the key for West Holt has been Abby Davis as of late.
Yeah, they're 6-1 since she returned. We got to do her return game against Plainview earlier this year. She's the only senior on the team. You're playing Elkhorn Valley tonight. You're going to have some tough spots. There's going to be some adversity thrown at you. You need your senior Abby Davis out there kind of calming this team. She's a good player on top of that. She'll be very important in this one.
#1, Elkhorn Valley looks to stay unbeaten over an upset-minded West Holt. We'll find out what happens next in the first ever GNAC Conference Championship coming up on News Channel Nebraska.
Thyroid nodules are a problem often detected during a physical exam, but they could need further attention. Let's learn more about it from an expert at Faith Regional. I'm joined now by Dr. Inas Al-Zagal, an endocrinologist with Faith Regional Physician Services. We're talking about thyroid nodules today, and let's start at the most basic level. What is a thyroid nodule?
First of all, thank you for having me today. And thyroid nodule basically is a lump or a pump you feel in your neck, just in your thyroid gland. And usually we feel that, by coincidence, either on physical exam or we found it on other imaging for the neck, like an ultrasound or a CAT scan.
And what does this mean if it's discovered? Should we be concerned?
So once we know about it, we should do something about it. So which means we have to monitor that, and most of the time they are benign, which means we should not worry about it. Yet, and sometimes, we can find cancerous cells. That's why we have to monitor and investigate the thyroid nodule.
And then if you do get that diagnosis that this is cancerous, what would a treatment plan look like?
So once we know about it, as I said, we evaluate the thyroid nodule by doing a fine needle aspiration. And that's basically a procedure we do in our office. And it's a simple procedure. You don't need to be like sedated. It's like, done the same day and you can go back to work. And if it's cancerous, then we proceed with surgery. That would be our recommendation for sure. And the surgery would be followed with maybe radioiodine ablation. That's basically based on the stage of the cancer.
And so this is an example of why it's important to keep up with physical exams and annual checkups.
That's correct. And as I said, it's too common. So almost like 25% of people could have thyroid nodule. But basically we don't know about it unless they have either a very big nodule seen on exam, or they happen to have other imaging for other reason on their neck or their upper chest where we can find it.
Dr. Al-Zaghal, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Elkhorn Valley and West Holt ready for the first ever GNAC championship game on News Channel Nebraska up in Hartington. Thank you again to Hartington Newcastle for hosting this matchup here today. It's always a beautiful sight to be up here. Feel like we've been in Hartington quite a bit lately, Lou. There's just lots of things happening here.
Great city to come to, and it's certainly a great city to call basketball games in. We've had some good ones. I think probably have a couple pretty good ones brewing here today. I think everybody that plays today has at least a chance, a fighting chance to get down to Lincoln for state. So quality basketball games on hand here on News Channel Nebraska.
At this point, these games only mean more. Elkhorn Valley 19-0. They are ranked #1 in our News Channel Nebraska rankings. They're the only unbeaten team in Class C2. And they're 6th in power rankings. You mentioned that in the pregame, Lou.
Yeah.
That's just how stacked Class C2 is this season.
Well, if you're going to win Class C2 at the state championship this year, you've done something, because there's a lot of really good teams. I'm really impressed. I've had the privilege of watching Elkhorn Valley play a few times this year, and I think they have. I called it parts and pieces, and what I mean by that is you've got players that play roles. We mentioned J.J. Black. She's a really good defensive player that can score. One thing I didn't mention about her is she'll step out and knock down threes as well from that playing that post. But you've got players like Lily Hartle, the point guard, that is an adept passer but can also score. And you certainly have Carly Broberg, who's a great scorer. Kyman Rutchins at 14 points. This is a quality team, I think, a team that's going to be very difficult to beat.
We'll take a deep dive into West Holt in just a moment, but first, here is your school spotlight brought to you by Currency. They're here to help. You can visit GoCurrency.com today if you're looking for financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items. There you go in West Holt, Atkinson, Nebraska. 1,300 people in Atkinson. We visited there earlier this season for a game against Plainview up in Holt County. Nearly 102 students, just over 100 students in the school. They are the Huskies. As for Elkhorn Valley, looking at a mix of Tilden and Meadow Grove. The school is in Tilden. Mix those two towns together, you're just at over 1,000, while Madison in both Antelope County and Madison County, 101 students there in Elkhorn Valley. So you got nearly the identical amount of students in the school, and they are the Falcons. So taking a dive into West Holt, the Huskies, Lou, 15-5 this season. And what's crazy about their 15-win performance this year with only 5 losses, their losses have been to some quality teams. You look at Cedar Catholic, who was a really good team, is a really good team in Class D1. Battle Creek, another solid team in C1. Hardington, Newcastle, they're always tough to play. And, of course, that loss to Elkhorn Valley earlier this season. 15 wins and 19th in power points.
Yeah, only one loss since that last game against Elkhorn Valley. There are 7-1, I believe, in that stretch. So a team that's playing well right now. And you're going to have to play well to beat the Falcons here tonight.
We'll get you to our starting lineups and game time between West Holt and Elkhorn Valley. It's coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Teammates Mentor proudly serves 10,000 students in 192 chapters across Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, South Dakota, and Wyoming. But we need your help.
We're recruiting Teammates Mentors to help our students reach their full potential.
Meeting with a student once a week can make a positive impact in their life and create a ripple effect in our communities.
Go to teammates.org to learn how you can get involved. Join the team, be a mentor.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
There are many details that can set your dream apart from anyone else's.
At TC Amish Home, we want to help you live better, longer, with a complete selection of health-focused power chairs from Ultra Comfort. Ultra Comfort features zero-gravity positioning, giving you that weightless feeling and increasing your circulation. Elevate your feet, release tension, reduce swelling, and maximize blood flow. They are fully programmable to your customized settings. With the softest, easy-to-clean fabrics, the entire family is able to enjoy the benefits of your new Ultra Comfort power chair. Live better, longer with Ultra Comfort at TC Amish Home in Norfolk.
A brand new conference has its first ever conference championship, and we've got it for you on News Channel Nebraska tonight. Thanks for joining us. Kaylin Devin alongside Lou Siefker here this evening as our starting lineups for both teams. For West Holt, it is Kaylee Monasterio, Paven Larson, London Conrad, Monica Chavez, and Avery Nemitz in the lineup for the Huskies. As for Elkhorn Valley, starting for the Falcons, Cameron Rutchins, Kendall Werner, Lily Hartle, Carly Broberg, and J.J. Black, an undefeated team in Class C2 trying to stay unbeaten, but they've got an upset-minded West Holt team right at the hip. The Greater Northeast Activities Conference has been in the works for a few years and finally got their start this fall. It's the first time that we're able to see a championship on the floor.
Yeah, there used to be a GNAC, but it was a different GNAC. And that's people up in northeast Nebraska that follow Norfolk basketball remember that conference. That was always a fun conference. But a brand new GNAC, and the quality of basketball is very high. And both these teams we're going to see here in just a moment, very good basketball teams.
Do we dare say the new and improved GNAC?
There you go.
Starting lineups you heard. Brought to you by Medica. You're not just covered, you're cared for with a Medica health plan. And J.J. Black helps win the tip-off to the Falcons, and we are underway. Hartle tries to drive inside, kicks it to the corner. And the Falcons moving things early and trying to go quickly. Nice pass out to an open Rutchins for three and knocks it down. That's how the Falcons wanted to start this game.
Yeah, they handled the basketball real well. They passed the ball well, find open shots. Got to really be aggressive. I think the key for West Holt in this ball game is you got to bring it. You got to be ready for a fight here against the Elkhorn Valley team that can play aggressively on both ends of the floor.
We've seen Elkhorn Valley cause multiple turnovers all season long, not only with steals, with offensive rebounds and blocking. They can do all the little things that's helped them become undefeated. Paven Larson, three-pointer, no good, and here comes the rebound from Black. Elkhorn Valley on the run. Kendall Werner slowing things down a little bit. before Black gets it and pulls up from the high post. Rebound by Larson.
With Broberg in the corner, it did not get her the basketball. Would have had an open three.
Conrad tries to get out of the trap. Nice ball movement to Nemitz. The kick out to Monasterio. She's a good shooter. Can't knock that one down, but the offensive board to London Conrad. A high post for Nemitz. Already a minute and a half gone in our first quarter. Nemitz step through, left hand short. Rebound is picked up by Broberg. Elkhorn Valley got on the board early. Their first shot of the game, a three-pointer by Rutjens. And now a shuffle inside. The kick out to Broberg on the baseline. Might have stepped out, and she did.
Well, if you're looking at West Holt defensively, what you got to do against this Elkhorn Valley team, it's a bit of a pick-your-poison situation. Broberg's such a talented scorer. I think you want to try to keep the ball out of her hands and make other players beat you. But you saw with Rutjens knocking down a three, they've got a lot of options offensively. The one thing I don't think you want to do is allow Broberg, who's had a 40-point game this year, is to get in a rhythm and get going.
The step through, Nemitz lost it, tries to pick it back up and has control. Now Larson, 10 on the shot clock. Smothering, Chavez left open, pulls up from the baseline and leaves it long. Broberg up the floor to Hartle. A bounce pass to Rutjens. As Warner kicks back to Broberg. Good ball movement. Hartle, baseline, Jay is good.
Yeah, Hartle only averages about 6.5 points a game, but she's such a good distributor. Plays really the quarterback of this offense is Lily Hartle.
Monasterio picks it up. I'm curious to see how Riley Boniface wants to go about attacking this defense. Monasterio a three off the back of the rim. There's the rebound by the freshman, or rather by Cameron Rutjens, excuse me. The right side now, here comes Werner. Broberg open for three and cashes in. Carly Broberg cannot give her too much space.
Yeah, I can't give her any space. Carly Broberg is such a good shooter, such a good offensive player, and that's bad news for West Holt if Broberg gets going.
Conrad, I think she got her shot deflected by Rutjens, or rather that is Werner who got in there. So our first quarter is brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic. They're building a legacy, one patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, they're here for you today and every day at Yankton Medical Clinic. Elkhorn Valley with an 8-0 start, a pair of threes, and a baseline jumper. Broberg back inside to Black. Broberg drives, low post, left hand. It's good for Rutjens. And how about the start for Elkhorn Valley? Falcons lead it 10-0. Halfway through the first quarter, number one team in Class C2 for a reason.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
It's Jersey night for Elkhorn Valley on the road. Got some basketball, some football in there. You know, there's a pretty big game going on tomorrow, if you haven't heard.
The heck you say?
Looking for all those parties. My favorite thing about Super Bowl Sunday is the food.
Yeah, that's very true. That's, you know, if a guy is trying to watch his weight, you might want to just take a cheat day tomorrow.
Now you can't take a cheat day. Nemitz tries for three. That's no good. Rebound chased down And a foul. That's Abby Davis, who's into the game. 6th man today. Did not crack the starting lineup, but she's a big player to have in there.
Yeah, that hustle play there that Davis made. This team will follow Davis. How she plays with that bad knee, that's an unfortunate thing. And of athletics in general is injuries. And unfortunately for Davis, she suffered that knee injury. But she's back, and I think this team is better off for that.
Huskies trying to crack the scoreboard. They've yet to find a bucket. Davis over to Conrad. As Larson drives baseline, had it blocked. Davis tries to go back up and has it blocked again, and a jump ball. You've got a skyscraper on the inside with J.J. Black. She averages 3 blocks a game.
But she's not just tall. She's got those long arms. She's athletic. It's tough to get a shot off when she's in the middle of that paint. That's what makes her so tough on the defensive end.
But Davis goes up through the defense and finishes for the first Husky score.
Davis is one of the players, I think, that's not going to fear this defense. She's going to go at it. You have to be aggressive offensively against Elkhorn Valley.
Nice drive with the right hand and a finish from Ashley Shute.
Yeah, so many players contribute on this Elkhorn Valley team. So tough. Now here's a steal.
Bounce pass tried to lead Werner, and it's a foul. Nemitz picks it up. That's the first foul against the Huskies.
We're talking about Elkhorn Valley, and they have really good players. I think the one thing that stands out to me that makes me think they can win a state championship is that this team revels in each other. They like getting their teammates open shots. Nobody is selfish on this team, and I think that's going to pay dividends here in the postseason for the Falcons.
And they're not afraid to play freshmen and sophomores. They've got their group of seniors that help lead this team, but they have a bunch of freshmen that get in and make big plays. You saw one a moment ago by Ashlyn Shute.
That's a deep team as well.
Here's Werner. Ball nearly taken away by Davis as Shute has it again. Left hand floater, no good. Rebound is picked up in the air. Westholt comes away with the ball. Taylor Walnofer comes up and gets fouled. A 12-2 start for Elkhorn Valley.
Now Falcons are going to throw some full court pressure. They like to run a 1-2-2 full court press. They try to trap you. So it's really important for the Huskies to be strong with the basketball.
Conrad flips it to Walnofer. That ball goes out of bounds.
It's amazing to me that Westholt is 15-5. This is a good team, and they're 19th in points. That speak volume of how talented this field is. But
right,
Westholt's going to have some road wins, I think, in the postseason to get to state.
All right, they'll have and according to the region right now, the projected sub-district would have Crofton in that sub for Westholt. We'll see if that stands according to the NSAA. Here's a jumper. Rebound pulled down by Broberg. And now Falcons looking to run. Here comes Werner. Inside to Shute, who drives and had it taken away for a jump ball. Great defensive play from behind.
Now the Huskies collapsed on Shute in the middle of that lane, and she did the one thing you don't want to do in that situation. That's bring the ball down and allow players to reach in and tie you up.
London Conrad helped force the jump ball. Werner, a spot up three, out back of the rim. And fighting for the board is Hartle. Turns into a jump ball, which will send the basketball back to the Huskies.
Now Hartle at that point guard spot is a pretty good rebounder. Had a chance at that one, gets tied up. I think this is going to be key here. The rest of this ball game is how Westholt handles this pressure, because they're going to see it a lot. And you got to try to get numbers, and now you got to try to attack, but Elkhorn Valley gets back very well.
Wallnofer tried to shoot, and great defensive awareness. Ashlyn Dexter picks up the block.
If you want to run that sort of pressure defense, you have to be quick at getting back once that's broke, and Elkhorn Valley does that as well as anybody.
Falcons already leading by 10. They scored the first 10 points of the ball game. Black inside and a foul. Trying to feed J.J. Black on the interior. Foul goes against Taylor Wallnofer.
Yeah, Broberg inbounding the ball. We'll see if it comes in and goes right back to her, maybe on a flare. Now it's going to come out here to Black.
And another foul. This time it's on Davis. Huskies pick up back-to-back fouls. It's so tough to get the ball out of Elkhorn Valley's hands.
Yeah, it is. A lot of players on this team that handle the ball really well.
Broberg flips it to Black, driving, and another foul. 3 straight fouls against the Huskies, and it's the second on Abby Davis.
Yeah, and that hurts, because that's, even though she came off the bench, that's your team leader right there, and you want her out there as much as she can possibly be.
It's a quick pep talk from Riley Boniface. Here's Dexter.
He's done a nice job with this program as Coach Boniface.
A big improvement from last year. Tough shot. Dexter off the glass, no good. Fighting for the offensive board. Last touch by Elkhorn Valley, but the effort was there from Dexter.
Yeah, Dexter is a junior. I think on a lot of teams that I've seen play this year, Dexter's probably a starter. Comes off the bench in this Elkhorn Valley lineup that's so talented.
A look at Brendan Dittmer, head coach of Elkhorn Valley, trying to bring a state title to Tilden and Meadow Grove. Here's Broberg, pull-up jumper, leaves it a bit short. London Conrad with the rebound. The ball goes off of Lily Hartle.
Now, so far the Huskies have done one thing real well, and that's keep Elkhorn Valley off of the offensive glass. You see Coach Boniface there just a moment ago. No offensive rebounds yet for the Falcons.
Nemitz shot fake, and then it gets hacked on her way up. Good foul call, and that sends Nemitz to the free throw line.
I think that's what the Huskies need to do, is to try to be aggressive in the middle of that defense. It's really tough to score against Elkhorn Valley, but if you can have opportunities from the free throw line and be good from the free throw line, try to get a few of these good players from Elkhorn Valley in some foul trouble.
That first free throw by Nemitz is good. Huskies are looking for some offensive production. Both free throws swirl home for Avery Nemitz. West Holt averages nearly 50 points per game. But this Elkhorn Valley defense can shut almost any offense down. Broberg, time running out, gets it to Hartle. Deep three, no good. Looked good, and a good shot before the buzzer, but can't quite fall. Falcons start off to a hot 12-4 lead over the Huskies in the GNAC Championship. We've got the second quarter coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond is your leader in engineering and designing your new building, additions to facilities, and concrete construction. Their professional projects can be seen across northeast Nebraska. Whether it's a business office, barn, shop, or addition to an existing building, when the project is complete, you'll have a building that meets the needs of your operation. Check out ashoffconstruction.com or call Scott, Kenny, or Luke in Osmond at 402-748-3551.
Checking back into the GNAC title game off a beautiful feed from J.J. Black to Carly Broberg to start the second quarter.
Yeah, Black at the top of that, the high post there, hits Broberg with a nice pass in that backdoor cut.
If you're just joining us on NCN tonight, it is the Greater Northeast Activities Conference first ever tournament championship since officially becoming a conference this fall. And Elkhorn Valley, the #1 team in our News Channel Nebraska rankings, the #1 team in this tournament, unbeaten, off to a 14-4 lead over West Holt. Kalen Devin and Lou Siefker with you in Hardington, Nebraska tonight. Falcons looking to keep scoring while the Huskies trying to find a way to slow them down. Broberg off the bounce pass from Hartle was looking to get it to Rutchins. Rutchins cuts inside. Just a bit of a miscommunication.
A second turnover here for Elkhorn Valley, 4 for West Holt. That's going to be an important stat as well for West Holt. You've got to stay close in that category. If you have a lot of turnovers, it's going to be very difficult to win this ball game.
Larson has the ball tipped away. Monasterio picked it up, trying to save it, and Larson can't get it before going beyond the center line.
We've already seen Elkhorn Valley go from a 1-3-1 to a man and back to that 1-3-1. Really love that 1-3-1 this team plays, and with Cameron Rutchins at the top of that 1-3-1, a disruptor when you try to start your offense, and then if you're able to get past Rutchins, you got to run into Black, who is so good at blocking shots. A very, very good defensive unit.
Hartle, the high pass is picked off. Monica Chavez comes away with the takeaway.
Good play by Chavez to go up and get that one.
Monasterio bumped from behind. Crowd near us wanted a foul call, doesn't get it. Monasterio left open for three, leaves that one a bit off to the left. Chavez fighting for the rebound, and the rebound picked up by Rutchins. Now Black, and she can shoot too. You're gonna have to close out on her. Broberg wants one and leaves that one off to the right. 14-4 is the score between the #1 and 2 seeds in this tournament. Take a look at how we got here. Elkhorn Valley took down Plainview in the opener 63-16, and then Laurel Concord Coleridge, they fought with everything they had against the Falcons. Came up short by about 4 points.
Good job by the Bears to give the Falcons a really good game there. Now a travel on the backcourt. That's the pressure there at the timeline. That was Ashley Shoot there right at the timeline waiting, and that's what that defense does. It makes you think a little bit. Instead of playing freely, sometimes that gets in your head and you make mistakes.
As for West Holt, they came away with a win over Lutheran High Northeast in the first game of the tournament, and then Hardington Newcastle on Thursday night. And that was a team they lost to earlier in this season, so a bit of revenge from the Huskies. Hartle with 5 on the shot clock, gonna travel. Dexter is trying to shift the play to the near side, but travels.
Yeah, tried to do that with her body twisted and ended up shuffling the feet.
Smothering defense from Elkhorn Valley. 1 field goal today so far, a floater from Chavez, and now they've got 2 on the Monica Chavez floater.
And when they're able to get the ball inside, they have opportunities to score. Difficult assignment against this defense, but if they're able to do that and get those sort of quality looks, the Huskies will stay in this game.
Rutchins to the right. Black inside, and Chavez thought she had a clean block. Called for a foul, which will send Ashley Shute to the free throw line.
Well, it looked like Chavez just came over there until it looked like she got that ball right on its way up. Coach Boniface is going to ask about that. Like a pretty good defensive play, but the official was right there on it.
There's another look here.
Watch her get this ball right on its way up.
Ooh. That was a massive block, called with a foul. Great job by our cameraman Paul on the baseline, getting that shot for us. So both free throws no good by Ashley Shute. Couldn't take advantage. And down to the floor, losing the ball, and there's the Falcons forcing yet another turnover.
Yeah, that's number 7 here for the Huskies. You're in dangerous territory if you turn it over a lot against this team. Now, Elkhorn Valley has not been able to extend this lead, but you tempt fate if you keep turning it over.
Broberg. Now to Werner off the glass and no good. A strong rebound by London Conrad. Halfway through quarter number 2.
Conrad's done a yeoman's job there on the boards. That's her 4th one of the first half.
Ball gets tipped and nearly taken away. Back to Monasterio for 3, who hits a big one.
Right back in it with a 3-pointer.
5-point game. That was a needed shot for the Huskies. And J.J. Black with an ill-advised, a very uncharacteristic error.
Well, since that Elkhorn Valley 10-0 start, kind of been all West Holt. They've done a really nice job. They're in the man-to-man right now, and they've done a nice job. They really played Broberg hard and kept her from touching the ball very often.
Chavez trying to get rid of it. Picked up by Holland Conrad, and then Holland loses it. Now she gets it back. What a physical game. Not a lot of whistles right now. Yeah. Chavez floats it up. Or rather, that is Monasterio picked up, and that jumper's no good. Out of bounds, going back to the Falcons. So Monasterio tried to pull up a baseline floater. Couldn't quite get it. The speed of the game is picking up very fast.
Well, one thing I like so far about the Huskies is that they're playing physical basketball on both ends of the floor. You see them crashing the glass. You see them on the defense, just kind of good in-your-face man-to-man defense, and it caused some problems so far for Elkhorn Valley.
Broberg over to Cameron Rutchins. That pass nearly taken away by Monasterio, but way to go. Lily Hartle keeping with it and finishing at the rack.
Hartle with the catch off the deflection, able to gather that in, go up and score. That's a quality bucket there for Elkhorn Valley.
And the turnover forced again by Kendall Warner. She's been so good on the defensive end of the basketball.
This team likes that 1-3-1. They like to trap. And they be aggressive with the basketball, come down and try to strip it from you. And they've been able to do that here so far. 8 turnovers in this first half for West Holt.
And you got your freshman, Kendall Warner, who is just making so much happen on the defensive side. Teams with very good freshmen, you just know how good they're going to be in the future. A steal and then thrown away as Broberg is there to capitalize with another bucket.
I was just saying they're keeping the ball away from Broberg. They're cheating over, keeping her out of the lane, but then you get a steal and an easy bucket, and that, if you're West Holt, that's frustrating.
Just over 2 minutes to play in the first half. Elkhorn Valley leading by 9. Back-to-back buckets. Holland Conrad. Wallenofer to Hoffman. And now back to London Conrad. Nemitz takes the 3, leaves it a bit short off to the right. Offensive rebound by Conrad. And a takeaway by Rutchins. Broberg, a running 3, good!
Well, there you go, bro. It's just a matter of time before Broberg gets going. She gets a steal a moment ago and scores, and now, as you mentioned, a running 3-point shot.
Nearly another takeaway by the Falcons. But fortunately for West Holt, they hold on to the basketball with 1:28 to go in the first half.
The Huskies would love to have a bit of a run here in the last minute 28. Get a couple buckets, have some positive momentum.
Wallenofer gets it to Nemitz off the tip pass and a travel. Turnovers are piling up now for the Huskies.
Yep, number 11. Kind of danger time here for the Huskies.
Werner kicks to Broberg. Had a really strong second quarter and another foul. Stick around for our halftime show, brought to you by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney and Insurance 365, the healthcare specialists you want to do business with.
What the Huskies have done really well with Broberg is to keep her from driving the basketball. She's so good off the dribble and can really get into the paint. And they've really cheated over it and helped keep her out of that lane area. But that time she takes it all the way in and gets fouled. Misses the first free throw, however.
Second one hits off the back of the rim and drops.
You have a soft touch like she does. You make those that go a little bit long, but they find a way to go through the hole.
Larson to Chavez to Conrad to Monasterio. Good ball movement. Doesn't end up in points yet, but the offensive rebound will give the Huskies yet another chance. 48 seconds on the first half clock. Then a ball that floats up in the air and taken away by Elkhorn Valley again. Broberg dishes it out, now back inside for Schutz, who travels.
Right idea, just took one too many steps there, did Schutz. The Huskies are one way they can get it back in the second half. They've done a really good job offensive rebounding. They haven't been able to score a lot off those offensive rebounds. Those second chances got to turn into points.
And Nemitz has it poked away. Shot clock is off. And an over and back. It was close. And Dittmer is frustrated at that.
I think Dittmer is saying she was in the air when the ball was passed and it wasn't an over and back. Very, very close call there. It goes against the Falcons. So see if Huskies with just under 20 seconds to go here get a chance here to have something positive going into the locker room.
12 seconds. Conrad down to 6. Larson gotta take it. She does, and off to the right. Black with the rebound. She might try. Oh, tipped. Falcons were trying to get maybe a foul at the end of the first half, but a shot gets blocked, and it takes us to the locker room for the first ever GNAC Conference Championship at halftime. Elkhorn Valley 22, West Holt 9. Come back with our halftime show next on News Channel Nebraska.
Pain can affect every aspect of your life. Chronic back, neck, nerve, and other pain can make work feel impossible, stop you from doing the activities you enjoy, and can even lead to stress and trouble sleeping.
If you are dealing with pain for an extended amount of time and are struggling to do normal, day-to-day tasks, turn to Dr. Balkaya or Dr. Prince at Faith Regional Physician Services to help you find relief. When you're experiencing chronic pain, finding the source of the pain is our first step. Our specialists use a wide range of diagnostic tests to determine how to control or manage your pain. You can expect us to discuss your goals, preferences, and lifestyle to create a treatment plan that uses innovative and safe techniques. You deserve to enjoy a pain-free life. Take the next step. Visit frpsclinics.org to meet our pain management specialists.
At TC Amish Home, we want to help you live better, longer, with a complete selection of health-focused power chairs from Ultra Comfort. Ultra Comfort features zero-gravity positioning, giving you that weightless feeling and increasing your circulation. Elevate your feet, release tension, reduce swelling, and maximize blood flow. They are fully programmable to your customized settings. With the softest, easy-to-clean fabrics, the entire family is able to enjoy the benefits of your new Ultra Comfort power chair. Live better, longer with Ultra Comfort at TC Amish Home in Norfolk.
News Channel Nebraska at the break. It is Elkhorn Valley 22, West Holt 9 in the first ever Greater Northeast Activities Conference Championship. Up in Hardington, Caitlin Devitt and Lou Seifker joining you this evening on a Saturday night in early February. Before we break down this matchup and get into more about what's going on, take a look at our friends in Kearney at the Kearney Sportsplex, which is coming very soon. Lou, it's almost spring of 2025, which means it's almost time for the Kearney Sportsplex.
I think we've been talking about this for so long. I mean, I'm anxious. It's almost spring. I'm anxious for spring, too, but I'm anxious for spring to get here because the Kearney Sportsplex will be opening, and I get to go see what I've been talking about this whole time. Such a spacious facility, so many things that you can do there, whether it's tournaments or individual things, you name it in the sport, they'll be able to do it. And I just can't wait for spring of 2025.
In terms of basketball, 8 regulation high school basketball courts, which could turn up to 12 volleyball courts or 20 wrestling mats for all our wrestling fans out there, plus a turf field and a beautiful track and pickleball courts. Well, that's the Kearney Sportsplex. Make sure to go check it out. They're on Eunice campus, adding more entertainment, shopping, and restaurants to the area as well. It's the Kearney Sportsplex. We'll break down this matchup, and then we'll take you into exactly what's going on in other conference tournaments. First, Lou, let's talk about this one. A 10-0 start for Elkhorn Valley, and it's kind of been slow going since then. But both teams still trying to find their rhythm. Fortunately for the Falcons, if you're rooting for them, they jumped out to the hot lead.
Yeah, they got off to the great start, and that's big in tournaments like this when you're playing good teams. If you can kind of set the pace and make the other team chase you, be the rabbit, as it were. And that's what the Elkhorn Valley was able to do. They set the tone offensively, scoring points, and then certainly defensively, the way they play. They've turned West Holt over 13 times in the first half. That's been big. The thing that's impressed me with West Holt is I like the defense that they've played, that man-to-man. They've been aggressive in it. They've done a really good job. You have a player like Carly Broberg, who's had a 40-point game this year, a player that can score. One of the things she does so well is off the bounce, taking you to the basket. They've done a really good job keeping her out of that. Now, she's gotten her points in other ways. But I like that, what West Holt did defensively. Elkhorn Valley only with 22 points in the half. The other thing with the Huskies have done well in the first half was rebound. They've out-rebounded Elkhorn Valley by 3, and they have 6 offensive rebounds. The problem is those rebounds have not turned into points. If you get those extra chance opportunities, you got to cash in when you're playing a great team. If the Huskies are able to do that in the second half, they'll have a chance to win the game. If not, it's going to be very difficult, I think, to knock the Falcons off if you don't take advantage of that. And certainly West Holt has to limit turnovers here in the second half to stay in this ball game.
We'll find out what happens next. Elkhorn Valley and West Holt is currently a 13-point Falcon lead. We'll take you into our second part of this break coming up. We will look at some scores around the area in terms of conference championships going on right now. We'll see those. Also, briefly go over our News Channel Nebraska rankings before we get into next week. That's coming up next on NCN.
The halftime show is brought to you by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney. And by Insurance 365, your local expert for your Medicare plans.
Shop Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram during the Start Something New sales event. Browse our full lineup of new Ram trucks, like the rugged and capable 2025 Ram 1500. And take advantage of our current offers happening now. Visit one of our 2 convenient locations in Blair or Bellevue today. Serving our customers since 1991. This is Woodhouse.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by See the Trainer with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
With 2 board-certified physicians, Dr. Charles Harper and Dr. Alan Spanel offers a high level of expertise in internal medicine. If you're over age 18 and ready to find a trusted physician who will be with you throughout your years, Dr. Harper and Dr. Spanel are ready to provide you with the medical care you need. Whether you are healthy or have several medical conditions, as internal medicine physicians, they provide the care you need. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location offers so much care so close to home.
Take a look at our halftime highlights on News Channel Nebraska between that first half with the Falcons and the Huskies. Elkhorn Valley was the team that got the hot start. Here's a look at the opening bucket of the game. It was the first possession for the Falcons, a Cameron Rutchins three-pointer. And it would continue to roll for Elkhorn Valley. Got another one in the corner. Carly Broberg, who had a nice 10-point first half for Elkhorn Valley.
Yeah, she's a really good player and a player capable of scoring a lot of points.
Abby Davis answers back with a bucket in the paint, stops that 10-0 run. Looking to get her more involved. She did have 2 early fouls in the matchup. And a nice drive to the cup for Ashley Shute gets involved.
There's so many players for the Elkhorn Valley team that can contribute. Shute is a freshman that plays very well despite that young age.
There was a big 3 for Monasterio, trying to get West Holt on a roll. Cut the deficit to 5, but Elkhorn Valley would find a way to do that. Carly Broberg, a steal and a score, helps increase the lead again for the Falcons. And how about this play? Off to the right, a catch and shoot, off balance three-pointer in rhythm for Carly Broberg. Elkhorn Valley leads at 22-9. Caitlin Deppen, Lou Siefker with you at the break of our GNAC Championship. Taking a look at the rankings in Class C2, Elkhorn Valley is number 1. They're unbeaten at 19-0, 6th in power points, but number 1 in our rankings. Now here's where things get really interesting, Lou. GACC at number 2, Crofton at number 3. I've got a final score for you in the Mid-States Conference Championship. That's just about, 1,500, 2,000 feet away from us.
Yep.
Up in Cedar. Well, trailing by 13 at half, Crofton comes from behind to take down GACC by 10.
Wow.
58-48. Crofton beats GACC again in the 5th straight time they've played in the Mid-States Championship.
Yeah, what a great rivalry that is. And on the way up here, I told you I thought GACC would win that game, and it looked like they were on their way. But boy, Crofton is Crofton. That's just a great program. That's enough said. Both of those teams, though, Crofton and GACC, are state championship caliber teams.
Other scores in Class C2. Elmwood Murdoch takes down Johnson County Central 59-35. Tri-County comes up with a win over Sandy Creek. Superior with a 1-point win over Centennial. Niobrara Verdigris beats North Central 54-37. Cross County and High Plains Community in a battle right now. It's a 7-point lead for Cross County at the end of the first half. UTAN hangs on to beat Malcolm 56-55.
Isn't that one of the stars of Yellowstone right there?
Maybe you wanna go ask for his autograph?
Yeah, I could.
Go for it. Oakland Craig beats West Point Beamer 60-41. St. Mary's beats EPPJ 49-34. Some updates in the area as Weeping Water leads Freeman 39-28. A good Freeman team and a good Weeping Water team.
I like that St. Mary's team that you mentioned. That's very important for West Holt here to get off to a quality start and start trimming this lead as quickly as possible.
Huskies open up the third quarter with the ball and looking to find some momentum. Trying to go underneath, a shot no good. Monasterio tried to rise against the Giants. Falcons looking to push the other direction. High post JJ Black trying to find her first points and has a chance to do so at the free throw line.
Yeah, you see there that Black is a player who she could take it off the dribble. She can step out and shoot threes. Good post player.
And cashes in on the first free throw.
And conversely, if you're Elkhorn Valley, you'd like to get off to a great start again and really put West Holt in your rearview mirror if you can.
It's a 15-point lead for Elkhorn Valley here in the third quarter. Kickball violation. I love that. Playing the full court press. It's almost like doing a jumping jack whenever that ball comes at you, trying to get anything to stop it.
You use every appendage possible. You play defense with your feet, and certainly that's another side of playing with your feet.
Elkhorn Valley trying to force another turnover, and they do. London Conrad tried to pick it back up. Steps out of bounds. Falcons, they average in terms of point differential, they are plus 34 in that area.
Wow.
Jumper no good. And Larson with the rebound. I mean, that's amazing. 61.4 points per game. Defensively only allowing 27.5 points.
Yeah, that's quality basketball for sure.
And that's the display that we've seen. We know how good they can be on the offensive end. But tonight we're really seeing how strong they are on the defensive end.
And that's another reason. There's several reasons why I think this team could win it all. But their ability to shut other teams down, and especially with that 1-3-1 pressure.
Larson, or rather that is Conrad, who had it poked away by Broberg, and a jump ball will switch possession back to the Falcons. Last time they played, Elkhorn Valley on January 11th got a 49-31 win. West Holt did beat Elkhorn Valley last year, 41-36. But in the last 10, it's been the Falcons in 7-3. Drive from Hartle, gets her way through. No good, an offensive board. Broberg, left hand, can't finish. And down to the floor. And a travel for Avery Nemitz.
That's unfortunate. Nemitz gets that rebound, but hits the deck and turns it over.
Hartle at the top of the circle, drives in, puts up a tough shot, no good. Some good West Holt defense. Huskies looking to run, it's London Conrad. She's yet to score today, one of the key players for this West Holt team. Had a tough time finding open shots. Monasterio tries and buries a three. Good closeout defense, but Monasterio gets it out quicker.
Good release there by Monasterio, and that's exactly what the Huskies needed, was a three-point shot.
12-point deficit for West Holt, and a foul on the charging Kendall Werner. Tried to come inside. It goes against Larson. Her second foul.
We've talked about how good Broberg is for Elkhorn Valley. Monica Chavez has done a nice job defensively, keeping the ball out of her hands.
Just like that, with Monasterio up the floor. And a foul. That will send Kaylee Monasterio to the line.
And right on cue there, Chavez gets the steal. But that if you want to try to shut down scorers, the biggest key is keep it out of their hands. She's been able to do a pretty good job of that.
Free throw short. Just the second trip to the line for West Holt today. Both free throws no good. Here come the Falcons. Open for three. Rutchins leaves it short. Rebound goes off of Chavez and picked up by Larson. Chavez up the floor. Nice pass to Nemitz. Tries to go up with some contact. No good. Offensive board and a putback finish for Monica Chavez.
That's a great job by West Holt. They beat the pressure. They were aggressive. Even though they missed the shot, Chavez does a great job following that shot and getting the offensive rebound.
It's a 5-0 run for the Huskies. Still got some work to do. Trailing by 10. Rutchins dishes it off to Broberg, who drives baseline, goes up and draws a foul. Nice strong take by Carly Broberg.
Again, I think that's her best attribute, is the ability to break you down off the dribble. Handles the basketball really well, and a pretty good free throw shooter on top of that.
Free throw's good. Carly Broberg up to 11 points in the game. Team that averages about 32 rebounds a game. That's one of their best qualities. We talked about on the offensive end, too, how good they are at that. But West Holt has done a pretty good job keeping them off of the offensive glass.
Only one offensive rebound for the game for the Falcons. And the Huskies actually overall out-rebounding Elkhorn Valley.
Got to find a way to get those rebounds into points. It's been an incredible defensive effort from the Falcons so far today. Davis for Conrad. Nemitz fakes a three underneath to Davis. High off the glass, and the rebound by Black off the miss.
Unfortunate miss by Davis. That was an excellent pass by Nemitz.
Good look for Werner, and she travels. Tried to stop, and when you stop a little too quickly like that, when so much momentum is going forward, that's when your pivot foot slides.
Yeah, you drag that pivot foot, that creates the travel.
Holland Conrad back into the game. High pass is nearly taken away off the tip, and then there's the over and back off the tip. Nemitz was not quite back into position.
We've seen Rutchins at the top of that pressure, and that time it's Broberg. Both those players are just terrors to play against. They are so athletic and really get after you and force those turnovers.
Elkhorn Valley is trying to start 20-0. There's Black. Blocked from behind. Holland Conrad sending it back on J.J. Black. Here comes Monasterio inside to Davis. Finds an open London Conrad. Baseline J, no good. Black with the rebound. Pull-up jumper, J.J. Black, no good off the back of the rim. Monasterio has a lot of space. It's one-on-one with her and Black. She'll slow things down, try to go up, and has it blocked. Timeout called by Brendan Dittmer. It's hard to get over J.J. Black, and she shows you why. 2:59 to go in the third quarter, and an 11-point Elkhorn Valley lead in the GNAC Championship. This is NCN.
From sunup to sundown, the work ethic of the farmer is unquestioned. As farming methods change and evolve, you need a financial partner to help you reach your goals. Elkhorn Valley Bank's experienced lenders are committed to providing dependable advice and fast local decisions, no matter the size of the operation. From farmland to livestock, you can count on us today and in the future. Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There really is a difference.
An 11-point lead for Elkhorn Valley with 2:59 to play in the third quarter. It's 25-14. West Holt still in this game, but they need to find a little bit more on the offensive end.
Yeah, got to find ways to score. You saw that with J.J. Black. If you're going to challenge a shot blocker, you got to go at her, try to shoot the ball over the top of her. She's going to block that shot. But both these teams really, I think, have played great defense. This is good effort on both for both teams on the defensive end.
Carissa Gales into the first time for Elkhorn Valley. She's someone who can shoot the three if she needs to. Arnold goes back to the right side for Rutchins. Looking in for Gale, and there's a foul against Davis.
That's number 3, is it not?
Is her third.
Yep.
Boniface not taking her out yet. Rutchins into Ashlyn Dexter. Another foul.
That'll be free throws now. That's foul number 5 in this quarter, so got Dexter going to the free throw line.
So big fouls with 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter in the bonus for the rest of this 2:29. Free throw no good. It's not been the best shooting day from the line for Elkhorn Valley.
Well, that's it. Maybe an area to look at if your team maybe has a chink in the armor. It might be the free throw shooting.
3 of 10 for Elkhorn Valley. And West Holt continues to struggle getting opportunities.
Yeah, really got to protect the basketball. Tough to do against this Falcons defense.
Rutchins fires a pass to the near side. Nice step through by Dexter. What a finish.
Yeah, great jump stop in the lane. Cleared the defense, gave her a great look at the bucket.
Davis. Wallnofer now underneath. Trying to find it back into Davis, and it's poked away. Ashlyn Dexter comes away with the steal. And the feed underneath for Rutchins with the right hand. Tacks another bucket on for Elkhorn Valley. 29-14 and a timeout by Riley Boniface with 1:51 to play in the third quarter. We'll take a quick timeout as well. This is News Channel Nebraska.
TCB was built by our communities, for our communities, and has remained dedicated to your financial prosperity for nearly 80 years. Experience the difference a family-owned independent community bank can make to you, your family, and our community. Work with our team of professionals in Stewart, Atkinson, O'Neill, and Bassett, Nebraska, where we are dedicated to building your future together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, if you wonder why the Elkhorn Valley basketball team is good, first of all, you got a 3-on-1 fast break, but you got a Carly Broberg, a player that could easily have taken that ball inside, but finds Rutchins for a much better shot. That's what I talked about with this team being unselfish. A player like Broberg, who scored in the 40s this season. You could easily be selfish and take that one yourself, but you found Rutchins for a much easier shot, and this team celebrates that. They like getting their teammates involved and getting their teammates some quality looks, and that's again one reason I think this team could win a state championship.
Elkhorn Valley matches their largest lead of the contest so far at 15 points. Just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Nemitz is trapped, tries to get the ball away, and on the floor. And a jump ball.
Well, the mistake the Huskies are making right now is they're dribbling into those traps. You got to try to pass out of that, and you're dribbling into it, and you're kind of playing right into Elkhorn Valley's wheelhouse.
Rutchins on the near side, able to get it back to Broberg. Fired out, and Davis throws the ball away. Able to get in there defensively. Elkhorn Valley keeps possession. Lily Hartle. Broberg was trying to find Black on the roll. West Holt doing a good job defensively here, but the floater from Broberg no good. Black with the rebound, back up and blocked. Conrad up the floor. Wallnofer has it tipped, taken by Conrad, and then to Nemitz. Under a minute to go in the third. Monasterio, a deep three, in and out, offensive board. Davis, it's good.
There you go. There's the offensive rebound. Davis with the big putback.
A nice run, nice pass. Rutchins, no good on the three. Monasterio with the basketball and dishes it away to Holland Conrad. Back to Monasterio. Has it poked away, able to stay with it. And there's a foul. 17.7 to play in the third quarter. It's the fourth team foul against Elkhorn Valley this quarter.
I think the official telling a fan to settle down a little bit.
All business in a kickball violation. Things are getting a little rowdy here in Hartington.
Yeah, we've already had a problem across the way earlier with a scuffle.
That is true. Davis to the right side. Now here comes the floater. Tough shot, no good. Keeps it. Davis with a chance. No good off the back of the rim. Another board. Conrad not able to get it back up. At the end of three, Elkhorn Valley with a 13 point lead, able to increase it and see if they can hold on for the final 8 minutes and bring home a GNAC title. We'll find out coming up next on NCN. Well, that quarter, both teams scored 7 points. West Holt and Elkhorn Valley. The lead stays with the Falcons 29-16 in our fourth quarter now in the GNAC championship.
How big was that start for Elkhorn Valley? 10-0. You take that away, it's a 3-point game.
Chavez has it blocked, gets her own rebound, kicks to Larson. Monasterio back inside, then Chavez looks to run baseline, passes tipped, picked up underneath, trying to keep it. Larson's got it, and then a foul. Getting pretty physical. It's been that way all game long.
That's the style of defense, especially the way the Elkhorn Valley plays. They try to trap you, try to strip you. And if you're not strong with the basketball, you're going to turn it over.
Chavez baseline back to Conrad. London Conrad for three. That's no good. Nearly an offensive rebound. Elkhorn Valley takes it the other direction. Rutchins, a lot of space. Won't shoot it here. Gets it to J.J. Black. Goes up. Nearly gets it through the block. Conrad to Monasterio. That three short. Hartle. Back inside. Rutchins kicks. Broberg a three. No good.
It's a pretty good look there. Broberg makes a lot of those.
Larson had a poke from behind, and it turns into another Elkhorn Valley steal. You'd look at the amount of rebounds that West Holt has, Lou.
Yeah. Coming into the fourth quarter, they were plus 10. Now they're plus 11. But it's been the turnovers that have really haunted West Holt. They have, 19 turnovers in the ballgame.
Conrad, high pass to Monasterio. And a jump ball. Now to go back to Elkhorn Valley with 6:18 to go in the ball game. Scoring has truly come at a premium, especially in the second half.
Looks like Huskies going to throw some full court pressure, try to turn Elkhorn Valley over.
And they back it off a little bit.
This has been a great matchup here with Broberg and Chavez. I think Chavez done a really nice job keeping the ball away from Broberg.
Especially the second half. Broberg had 10 points in the first. She's gotten 1 so far in the second half. Hartle to Werner. Werner on the drive. Kicks back to Hartle. Steps through. Tough shot as the shot clock winds down. Goes back to the Huskies. Fourth quarter today is brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at Lincoln.org. Chavez pulls it up, gets it to fall. Monica Chavez steps up in a big shot. She's got 6.
That time the Huskies handled the pressure and got a quality opportunity after breaking that full court press.
Shoot, bounce pass, Rutchins can't finish. Ball turned around, and a jump ball, which gives it to the Huskies.
And now's the time for West Holt. If you're going to make a run, you're down 11, 5:13 to go. That's doable. But you got to do what you did a moment ago and find a quality shot. That's been difficult all evening here against Elkhorn Valley.
Larson to Monasterio. She wanted the 3. Takes a deep 2 instead. No good. Closeout rebound by Shoot. At this point, Lou, are you thinking quick shots for the Huskies?
Well, I think they need to continue to attack. They're, I think, settling a little bit. I don't know that you want a real quick shot. I mean, you don't want to run the shot clock down either, but I think you got to attack.
Oh, what a feed. Broberg can't quite get it to drop. A wonderful pass, though. J.J. Black. Conrad drives, has it poked, stays with it and floats it up and gets it to fall. Back to single digits. Timeout on the floor with 4:22 to go. It's 29-20. Elkhorn Valley leading West Holt.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Buckets from Monica Chavez and London Conrad have cut it to single digits. Elkhorn Valley leads West Holt 29-20 in the GNAC Championship with 4:22 to go. Falcons have yet to score this quarter. Werner underneath to Black. Black no good. And then tries to come away with the steal. It's on the floor. Picked back up and then through the hands of the Huskies.
That was a proverbial hot potato there.
Stick around for our top plays after this one's done. Brought to you by Currency and Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. Werner spins, floats it up, no good. There is so much physicality in this matchup tonight.
Yeah, not for the faint of heart out here. You're right, a very physical game. That's what's, I think the fact that West Holt has brought that physicality has kept them in it.
And travel will give West Holt the ball.
Well, still a lot of time here. Down 9. It's not over yet. You've got to take care of the basketball if you're West Holt. And you've got to be good and efficient here on the offensive end. Score, not too many empty possessions.
Monasterio trying to cross up her defender over to Chavez. Things are getting loud in Hardington. Monasterio drives and bumped. Will be on the floor. Couldn't quite get the shot off.
A very definite bump there by Broberg. That's only her second foul.
It's just the second against the Falcons this quarter. West Holt has not fouled Elkhorn Valley yet. Kicks to Monasterio, blocked by Werner. Closeout defense on the perimeter. Excellent job.
Yeah, really good. Werner just anticipated that shot. And got out there, got her hands up, and gets that block. Big time play there defensively by Werner.
That's West Holt's best shooter there, Kaylee Monasterio. 3.5 to go. Davis drives and kicks. Davis on the baseline, tries to go up and under, can't get it to go. And a hush falls over the gym as the Falcons hold possession with 18 to go on the shot clock.
Definitely, you mentioned quick shots. Elkhorn Valley wants to find a quality shot and let that clock run a little bit.
Hartle with 7. Jump, cut, and a foul. Lily Hartle has her first opportunity from the free throw line, and these are big.
Yeah, you get a chance to really extend this lead. The clock is definitely a factor now, 2:45 to go. And a double-digit lead. Hartle in and out on the first one, but if you're able to get that now to 10, if she makes this free throw, then you're looking at basically 4 possessions, and that's going to be difficult for West Holt.
3 of 11 from the free throw line for Elkhorn Valley. And 4 of 12. 10-point game. 2:43 left. Nemitz on the drive. Tries to get it through the contact. No good. Rutchins in the wing. Now Broberg. Good ball movement by Elkhorn Valley. Black goes up, draws the foul, and she's heading to the free throw line.
A step through that time by Black.
That's been the big difference. Another big difference we've talked about today, Lou, is that Elkhorn Valley, they continue to push it inside, try to draw those fouls. We really haven't seen a lot of inside play from West Holt.
They've had trouble on the offensive end finding things in the paint. I think defensively, they've done a pretty good job against Elkhorn Valley, not allowing a lot of drives to the bucket or not a whole lot of paint touches. Black got that one.
Black nails both free throws and a timeout with 2:11 to go. Elkhorn Valley with a 12-point lead is this close to a GNAC title. We'll find out coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Are your Medicare supplements too high? Does your employer not offer health insurance? Who can I trust locally in a live office and not an 800 number? Come see Insurance 365 healthcare experts Angela Credeville and Sarah Kuhn. Angela specializes for you with personal consulting for people over 65 and their Medicare plans. Sarah is the expert on individual plans for those of you under 65. Angela and Sarah, the healthcare experts you want to do business with.
Student section for Elkhorn Valley's feeling pumped up because with only 2 minutes and 11 seconds left, their team's got a 12-point lead and a chance to bring home the first ever GNAC championship.
Definitely in the driver's seat right now are the Falcons.
Monasterio gets around the defense, then blocked from behind. It's Werner. She's had a tremendous game.
Yeah. That's what we talked about. It seems like no matter who's on the floor, they contribute here for the Falcons.
Kendall Werner, no points, but defensively, she has been elite. Inside, up and over Chavez, and there's the first bucket for the freshman.
There you go.
Lead is up to 14. Nemitz drives, draws the foul, and gets it to go.
Yeah, that's what you're kind of hoping to see more of here from West Holt. Nemitz with a strong drive, attack the middle of that defense, gets to the free throw line with a chance for an and one. Still a minute 16 to go, but even with the free throw down 11, it's going to take quite an effort here, I think, for West Holt to get back and try to win this thing.
Free throw is no good. Rebound corralled by Rutchins. Right up the floor, Werner kicks to Broberg. Her jumper is perfect.
And Broberg been quiet here in the second half. That one might be the dagger.
Under a minute to go, trailing by 14. Nemitz, no good. Rebound by Rutchins. And Elkhorn Valley is just mere seconds away from a GNAC championship. A foul by Monica Chavez. 1 second separating shot and game clock. And a travel. West Holt will get another shot on offense. Trail by 14 with 30 seconds left. Chavez drives, baseline, kicks. off the Falcons.
West Holt going to fall to 15-6. Still a good basketball team. I like their boxing. I like their fight. I think Elkhorn Valley is just on a different level than most teams right now.
We've seen that with their season so far. .9 to play. Elkhorn Valley will stay unbeaten. 20-0 as the Huskies continue to foul. We'll give Rutchins a shot at a pair of free throws.
As we've mentioned many times, Class C2 and this girls' side is just a murderer's row of good teams. And we've seen GACC, we've seen Crofton, and I think Elkhorn Valley is among that very elite group that we've seen anyway. We haven't seen everybody.
We'll find out if they can get to Lincoln. Elkhorn Valley 20-0 after this win, and bringing home the first ever Greater Northeast Activities Conference Championship. The Falcons get it done, unbeaten still, and champions in the GNAC. Your final score, Elkhorn Valley 37, West Holt 22. And the Falcons are bringing home some hardware in the Greater Northeast Activities Conference. Stay tuned. We will have our interviews after this one, our interview with head coach Brendan Dittmer. We'll also have our player of the game for you coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
When the game wraps up or even before kickoff, our community welcomes you with open arms. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is happy to have you here, and we want to show you what we're all about. From wide open spaces to music, shopping, entertainment, and more, there is always something for you to discover in our city. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit Lincoln.org. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Huskies GNAC runner-ups. Congratulations. And now for your GNAC champions, your Elkhorn Valley Lady Falcons. Number 1, Henry Rutchins. Number 3, Kendall Turner. Number 5, Billy Harlan. Number 11, Katie Warnicki. Number 13, Willow Ticky. Number 15, Ayla Cook. And number 21, Ashley Shuck. Number 23, Ashley Dexter. Number 25, Harley Broker. And number 33, JJ Black. And number 35, Larissa Gale. And number 41, Larissa Vaughn. Congratulations to your Elkhorn Valley Lady Falcons GNAC champion.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Pain can affect every aspect of your life. Chronic back, neck, nerve, and other pain can make work feel impossible, stop you from doing the activities you enjoy, and can even lead to stress and trouble sleeping. If you are dealing with pain for an extended amount of time and are struggling to do normal, day-to-day tasks, turn to Dr. Balkaya or Dr. Prince at Faith Regional Physician Services to help you find relief. When you're experiencing chronic pain, finding the source of the pain is our first step. Our specialists use a wide range of diagnostic tests to determine how to control or manage your pain. You can expect us to discuss your goals, preferences, and lifestyle to create a treatment plan that uses innovative and safe techniques. You deserve to enjoy a pain-free life. Take the next step. Visit frpsclinics.org to meet our pain management specialists.
At TC Amish Home, we want to help you live better, longer, with a complete selection of health-focused power chairs from Ultra Comfort. Ultra Comfort features zero-gravity positioning, giving you that weightless feeling and increasing your circulation. Elevate your feet, release tension, reduce swelling, and maximize blood flow. They are fully programmable to your customized settings. With the softest, easy-to-clean fabrics, the entire family is able to enjoy the benefits of your new Ultra Comfort power chair. Live better, longer with Ultra Comfort at TC Amish Home in Norfolk.
Well, the first ever new GNAC Conference Championship, it goes to the Elkhorn Valley Falcons, the Lady Falcons, that is, 37-22. A very rough game, I guess, a physical game with a good West Holt Huskies team. Coach Brendan Dittmer joins me. Coach, I mean, what are your takeaways from a game like that? I mean, certainly you played good defense, you only scored 22 points, but yeah, you struggled a little bit on the offensive end.
Yeah, I mean, every time we play West Holt, it's like that. I mean, they're well coached on the defensive end for sure, and you know we had to work for a lot of our points. I mean, we scored 10 right out of the gates, you know, and that was really good. That's more of an indicative of us, but we also had to work real hard on the defensive end, so that kind of wore us out maybe a little bit, and some of our tired legs cost us in the second half.
Actually, out-rebounded you for the game, but you guys turned them over so many times. That was kind of a big difference. Certainly that 1-3-1 really bothered them. Was that something that you saw that you thought you could do in this ball game, or is that just Elkhorn Valley basketball?
Well, you know, it's a little bit both. You know, I mean, we obviously went back and watched a lot of film and saw what was successful against them the first time. This game was a lot like the first time, too. I mean, just really good defensive battle where we had to really find our ways to manufacture points. And, you know, on the defensive end, I mean, these girls play really hard. I mean, that's where we're going to have to hang our hat as we get later on in the season here.
What do you see that West Holt did to you to slow you guys down today?
You know, they actually didn't stay in their press as long as I thought they would. They switched to man-to-man, and they played that really well, and that's not what they do. Their bread and butter is that 1-3-1, and I thought they did a really good job in the man-to-man.
We're going to talk to Carly Broberg, our player of the game. Now, she had a nice night, 13.7 rebounds, but it seemed like, especially in the second half, they really did a good job keeping her hands off the basketball. Other players stepped up. Warner was a player I thought played well in that ball game. Speaks really well to your depth, doesn't it?
It does, and we've got to understand that, too. Like, we have a team that anybody can score, right, even off the bench. I mean, you saw Ashlyn Dexter make a tremendous move down on the other end on the baseline there. I mean, those things are just more prototype of who we are. We have Carly, yes, but we have JJ inside, and we have Kendall that can handle everything, and not turn over the ball very much. And then we got Lily that can attack at any time. I mean, Cameron obviously puts in the ball. So we've got kids that can score. We just got to have that confidence at that high level.
You guys are 20-0 right now. Is that 0 on the end of that? That's a great thing, but does that create pressure for your team?
I sure hope not. We've talked about that a lot. I think especially this week with conference, the stakes get a little bit higher, But the girls said after our Thursday game against Laurel, that was a dogfight. That's the kind of game we need to be in. And it's also the kind of game we need to win. I mean, we had that one earlier against Battle Creek this year, and we keep coming out on top, so that's a good thing. That's a good indicator that maybe we're poised enough to make a run at the end.
Coach, congratulations. Conference champions. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
It does. Thank you.
All right, that's head coach Brendan Detmer. Let's get Carly in here. Carly's excited to talk to everybody, aren't you, Carly? So one thing Coach talked about was that you guys just finding ways to win. You didn't have a lot offensively tonight. They kind of slowed you down, but you did it on the defensive end. How does that, how do you feel about that, doing it on the defensive end tonight?
I think defense always wins games. I've been taught that since elementary. Like, you play solid defense and you play disciplined defense, and that'll win you ball games all the time. We take a lot of pride in our defense. We work more on defensive fundamentals than offensive fundamentals, I think, and I think defense is a huge reason why we keep coming out on top.
I noticed in that 1-3-1, it's either you or Cameron at the top of that 1-3-1. Do you like being out there? You're such a disruptor defensively.
I do. I enjoy being on the wing and on top. It's nice that we switch because being at the top is very tiring because you're jumping around a lot. So I like top and wing. I think we do a great job switching it off, and our length does a lot of damage up there. So.
Does that style of defense, does that tire you out on the offensive end? Does that affect your offense at all? You had a 40-point game this year. I'm guessing not. But tonight they were able to keep the ball away from you a little bit.
Yeah, I think defense, like, if you work hard on defense, you'll get rewarded on offense. So I think mentally we're just like, play hard on defense and the offense will come. So we don't get very tired. We're very conditioned. We take a lot of pride in our defense. So that's where our main focus is, and the offensive buckets will come.
You got a tough one last night against LCC and a tough one tonight. Physical game. How does the games like this prepare you guys for postseason?
I think it's good for us because we've had a lot of games this year that we've won by running clock or 30, 20. So I think having those rough games is very good for us. It keeps us humble, keeps us fundamentally sound. It reminds us that we have to work hard and earn the wins. Like, we can't just go out and think it's going to be a walk in the park. So.
You're a scorer, Carly, and I've noticed one thing about your team is you guys like to give the ball to your teammates for better shots. And you certainly did that tonight. Is that ever hard when you got that scorer's mentality to give the basketball up?
I've never found it hard because I know that basketball is a team sport. You can't win it yourself. You have to have those other four out there. So if I see someone open and I'm never thinking, I need to score. I'm always thinking what's best for the team, what's best for the offense. And seeing those open people, it's automatic. Just give the ball to the open person and we're going to work together very well.
Well, that's why you guys have a great chance to win a state championship, Carly. Congratulations, conference champs, and the player of the game, 13.7 rebounds. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's Carly Broberg, our player of the game. Kaylee, let's send it back to you.
Carly Broberg, player of the game, 13 points, 7 boards, and more importantly, a GNAC championship. Let's take it to our top plays tonight, brought to you by Currency and Elkhorn Valley Bank. For the first time ever, the Greater Northeast Activities Conference has a championship on the line. It's the West Holt Huskies and the Elkhorn Valley Falcons, a rematch from earlier in this season where the Falcons were able to get that win over the Huskies. And it's a hot start for the Falcons once again. Three-pointer, Cameron Rutchins on the first possession for Elkhorn Valley. As we get this game started, they lead by 5. How about another one? Carly Broberg, you just saw her in the post-game interview, and she drops down a 3 there, increases that lead to 8-0. Falcons would even score another one, increase it up to 10-0. But then a big bucket for senior Abby Davis, trying to get the Huskies involved on the offensive end. 10-2 the score right now, 3:12 to play first quarter. Nice drive off the bench. Ashley Shute comes in, and the freshman finishes with a nice drive and bucket. Scoring continues 14-6 as the Huskies try to get right back in it. Three-pointer from Kaylee Monasterio falls, and West Holt brings it back within 5. Now a 16-9-point game, and a drive off a steal for Carly Broberg gives the Falcons yet a 9-point lead as they continue to roll. On the low post, there's another look at the steal and score from Broberg. Finished the game with 13 points and 7 rebounds. GNAC championship still in the second quarter. Three-pointer. It's Carly Broberg again. Catches it on the run and in rhythm. A maestro bucket for the Falcons. 24-9. Monasterio trying to get some action in there, and she does. Big three-pointer cuts it back to 12. Huskies trying to fight. 11-point game. Here's a nice drive and a jump cut from Ashlyn Dexter. Got through the defense and able to finish. Late third quarter. Falcons on the run, and that's why they're so good. The pass from Broberg to Rutchins and a fast break helps increase the Falcon lead. We go to the fourth quarter. 4:28 to go. 29-18, 11-point game. Here's the floater to cut it to 9. Turnaround bucket from London Conrad, and the Huskies have some life. Inside over Chavez. A finish from the freshman Kendall Werner. That was her only bucket today, but she was a menace on the defensive end, and it results in a championship for Elkhorn Valley. GNAC champs. 37-22 final score up in Hardington. And there's a look at the trophy. One game down and 1 to go in the Greater Northeast Activities Conference. Stick with us on News Channel Nebraska, because in just a moment we'll see Summerland at 18-1 looking to take on West Holt again. But this time it's the boys. They're 16-3. We'll have the matchup and a chance to take home our first ever boys GNAC trophy coming up next on NCN.
Teammates Mentor proudly serves 10,000 students in 192 chapters across Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, South Dakota,